Welcome to Whiskey is a Journey. My name is Peter Faciano, and today is Wednesday. It's time for another segment called Sip It or Skip It. If you're new here and you don't know what's going on, I have all of my whiskeys randomized on my phone. I'm going to spin the wheel. Whatever it selects, I'm going to pull it off the shelf and do a quick review. Let you know if I'm going to keep sipping on the bottle until it's gone and replace it because I like it, or once it's gone and I don't like it, I'm going to skip buying it and move on to something new. If that sounds interesting to you and you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Turn that bell notification on because I produce videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, I have an October giveaway happening. If you're interested in supporting the channel, the rules to the giveaway are in the description below. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel, see what we're doing today. All right, looks like we are doing Booker's Ronnie's batch. I think this is a 2022 release. I'm not positive, but I got to take a look. I think I bought all of the 2022 and one of the 2023 releases, and then I haven't bought a Booker's since. So that might be a little bit of a clue to you. Let me go ahead and grab the Ronnie's batch and do a quick review. All right, Ronnie's batch. 2022-01. This was the first release of Booker's in 2022. I don't have the box. Well, I do. It is actually holding all of my random samples. So just like always, the information for this is right here, along with the sip it or skip it tallies up to this point. In the description below, I also have a list or a link to all of my sip it or skip it episodes up to this point. So if you're interested in rifling through that and see what are sips and what are skips, their document is there for you. I'll tell you what, this looks really dark, and just by pouring it, it has that Jim Beam nuttiness. And on the nose, it is certainly there as well. Pretty high proof. I always have to remind myself what these things are. Looks like it's 62.15% ABV. And I paid $119.99. I don't know if Booker's releases in your area are the same price or not. I'm always curious on where you guys are watching from and what the price of these bourbons or whiskeys that I review are in your area. So drop me a comment down below. All right, again, on the nose, it is a little bit peanutty, like a peanut shell note. I wouldn't say that this is peanut butter. There's a good amount of cinnamon spice. That proof is definitely hitting the nostrils pretty good. All right, I think this is just classic Jim Beam. It's nutty, it's spicy, vanilla. It does smell like barrel char as well. All right, let's go ahead and get it on the palate. Definitely proofy. Get hit with a really good cherry note right up front. The cherry note turns into dusty peanut. Really, really saturates the palate. The barrel char and the bitterness on the side of the tongue is reaching that upper limit of where I like it. And the finish, it just goes and goes and goes. And I think that has a lot to do with the ABV as well. Brown sugar, vanilla, caramel, all those things are there. That was the first sip. So let's go ahead and get that second sip in, see if anything changes, see if that oaky note starts to elevate. It is a little bit drying now that it's been in the mouth for a little bit, but let's see what that second sip does. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, that second sip, that cherry note is there, followed by a lot of ABV. Sometimes I get confused, or a lot of times I get confused with the burn of ABV and spice, but I really do think this has a cinnamon and pepper spice. The bitterness is now elevating a little bit more than I actually like, drying out the mouth even more. Now, I do understand that Booker's and these releases 4 times a year definitely have a different profile, but almost to the point where you get saturated with the market on trying to keep up with these things. Same thing with Larceny, and same thing with the Elijah Craig barrel proofs that they release. This is my personal opinion, but I do believe that once you've had maybe 2 or 3 of them, if you still have bottles of some releases, I really don't think there is a need to go out and keep purchasing each one of the releases. Now, yeah, once everything is gone and you don't have them anymore, or if there's like this very special release like the Elijah Craig C923, that got rave reviews and people really liked it quite a bit. If you can get your hands on something like that, I say go ahead and purchase them. But if you have multiple bottles, I don't see the need to continuously chasing these things. So with that, you're probably going to know right now with the 4 Bookers that I have. I have some more reviews coming up in November with the Bookers, the Reserves, also the Little Book, the Infinite, and a Baker's 13. So even though this is a skip for me, even though the Bookers, the actual 4 releases a year, I'm not going to continuously purchase these things. I know the other Bookers and the other Little Books are a little bit, I would think, they're a little bit more special and they're more nuanced than the Bookers 4 releases that I get. I could be talking out my ass here, but I don't think, based on the price and how readily these things are available 4 times a year, I don't think there's enough variation to keep me interested in the product to keep buying them. Now, Little Book and the Reserves are a little bit of a different story. You'll have to wait for the reviews on that. So that's where I'm going to leave it. Bookers, these annual releases 4 times a year, I'm going to skip them unless something comes out and it's, astronomically phenomenal and everyone's giving them rave reviews. I might consider picking one up, but until these are gone, I'm not going to pick anything else up. What is your opinion on Bookers? I'd be curious to hear from you, and that's where I'm going to leave it today. So wherever you're at in your journey, I hope you're enjoying it, and until the next time, talk to everybody later. Bye.